I just read a study by Ahrefs that said that 97% of web pages get zero organic search traffic from Google. Now, there's very specific things that make those top 3% of people get the rest of the search traffic. And I thought it'd be cool to make a video and show all of you guys the 4 things that you can do to rank #1 on Google and make sure you're in the top 3%. And make sure you stick around. And at the end, I have a couple little bonus things that'll really help you differentiate yourself. So if you're interested in ranking your site #1 on Google, let's get into the top 4 steps. The first thing you can do is exploit your SEO competitors. Now, it's important to remember your actual competitors might not be your SEO competitors. There might be a couple businesses in your niche who are quite successful and you'd like to be, who aren't focusing on their SEO, and vice versa. So just because someone's an SEO competitor doesn't mean they're a real life one, and you have to be realistic and honestly assess who your SEO competitors are. Really easy way to do that: figure out your top product or service, Google it, try a few variations, and the guys coming up at the top are your SEO competitors. And here, you're going to learn from the weakness of your competitors and find ways to outrank them. So they're going to be doing a lot of things good, they're going to have a couple missteps, and you're going to exploit those to help you rank better. So what you can do is study your competitors' on-page SEO, including their titles, meta descriptions, and headings, to figure out what they're doing. And I would recommend that you use a Google Sheet to track the data. So figure out a competitor. This is an example site, just a random plumber, and hit F12 and inspect the page. Or if you have a paid tool like SEMrush, you can do that and look through the code and figure out what their headings are, what their meta description is, and all that stuff. So you can go here, open up head, head, and then you see their head, meta title, meta name, meta description, and all that stuff. Look at this stuff, put in a sheet, and figure out what they're doing on each of their pages. I would definitely recommend getting a sheet going. We're going to use this to identify keywords, do a keyword mapping sheet, and all that stuff. So fire open a sheet on the side and follow along with those steps. But yeah, #1, search for your competitors. Then look for your top target keywords. And again, yeah, figure out a few competitors and then just collect all the data on it. Like I mentioned, the main things you're going to want to focus on is titles, heading tags, meta descriptions, and also the first paragraph. Another important thing to consider is their URL structure, which includes their title tags and also the content depth, which is how long the content is. One thing to really watch out for are competitors missing essential keywords in their titles or URLs, and you'll see how that affects rankings. So let's say you have a competitor and they do a good job in their ranking for, let's say, plumbers near me, but they don't even have that in the title. Maybe it's just their homepage. That'd be an easy thing for you to exploit and make sure that you have a specific page that talks about that and has it in the title and URL. Another thing you can do is differentiation and figure out unique angles that set your content apart. You want to focus on matching the search intent and creating content that converts. So you'll have your top keywords, and you want to make sure that the content you write talks about that. For example, if you have a motorcycle accident lawyer and we're on their webpage, focus on the testimonials and case studies, not irrelevant content like safety tips. It'd be really common for a lawyer to maybe write safety tips and just attract all this top of funnel traffic, which isn't necessarily bad. But if you put in testimonials and case studies, you're going to be providing searchers what they want. And again, you're going to be creating content that converts. So figure out how that applies to your niche and consider that when you're assessing your competitors. Another important thing to do is consider your content design versus your competitors, and specifically improve the quality of your content. Now, you want to analyze each section of your content versus your competitors and determine whether it helps move your prospects closer to conversion. Because if you have better content that converts more, you are going to rank higher. So that's step #1, how to exploit your SEO competitors, with tips along the way for each step of that. The next thing you can do is what I like to call feed the machine. And that's using natural language processing, or NLP for short, and doing content optimization, and specifically creating more relevant content. So there's loads of tools like Rankability or even just using ChatGPT, and you can use those tools to help extract key topics from your top competitors, which you should then cover in depth. So figure out your top target keywords and your top competitors and enter those into ChatGPT. Start a new chat. So let's say this site had been identified as a competitor because they do plumbing and drain cleaning. Copy the link in, copy the keywords, and enter that into ChatGPT and use it. Tell it to use NLP to identify the top topics covered by your competitors and ask it how you could provide better coverage and depth. Use ChatGPT to enhance your outline and then refine it to ensure it's human friendly and comprehensive. We'll talk a little bit more in the next section about using ChatGPT in content, but again, this will get you a framework. It is so astounding how using NLP tools will refine a page's topic coverage, which not only will provide more value to users, but result in better rankings. Now, once you've done that, what you can do is create an addictive page. Craft content that's going to hook users and keep them engaged. An important thing to talk about, and I mentioned this in the last section, is analyze whether AI content or human content should be used based on competitor analysis. If all of your competitors have very natural sounding human content, odds are it might have been written a little bit while ago, you know you need to actually write most of this stuff yourself. You can still use AI to generate outlines and ideas, but it needs to be human written content because that's what's ranking. Alternatively, you'll see industries and competitors where the top content is all AI written. If that's the case, you want to use AI content. So figure out what your competitors are doing, figure out what's ranking, and make sure you are using that platform. When you're writing your content, you want to make sure you focus on user engagement to improve rankings through metrics like dwell time and click-through rate. So what you can do here, create persuasive copy and then optimize it for both SEO and conversion. Don't write content for SEO, make it good first. Make sure it's persuasive and then optimize it for SEO. Also, include engagement triggers like video content or interactive elements like a calculator. Say you're a realtor, you could put in a mortgage stress testing, something like that. On the content design, you want to use various persuasive design elements for higher conversion. So you can emphasize the top section of the page, which is above the fold. That's the first thing you see when you log in, and emphasize the call to actions there, your CTA. So you want to make it really easy for people to convert. You're going to have your phone number, lead form submission, all that stuff. So again, say you're a law firm, you're going to have a page with a strong headline, a really clear call to action. So you're going to have that form submission, and then also some social proof, which is going to help drive conversions. So now that you've created an addictive page, the last main thing to do is force Google to trust your website. You need to build authority and trust with Google through supporting content and internal linking so they trust your website and want to rank it above your competitors. So what you can do here is use supporting pages that establish your expertise and improve your overall SEO trustworthiness. Also, leverage internal links and backlinks to boost your page authority. Internal links, if you didn't know, are links from within your site that point to other pages on your site. So maybe you mentioned something on a service page and you have a blog post about that. Mention the blog post, that's an internal link. So again, main steps here. Create supporting assets around your main points topics, FAQs, case studies, all that stuff, and then link them. Also, you can use tools like SEMrush for backlink analysis and linkable content creation. So, really easy way to explain this is you'll want to build internal link clusters from related pages, and that's going to enhance your overall SEO and rankings. So anyways, those are your 4 main pillars. The last bonus one I added in is link building strategies. Building links is sort of level 2 of forcing Google to trust your website. And the best way to do that is just create content that is going to attract backlinks. Not all content is linkable, so focus on creating content that others would want to link to. So what you can do here, analyze your top competitors' backlinks, and then just create linkable content that uses techniques like reverse engineering or ChatGPT. So an example of this would be is if you are a law firm and you write a page that's called 75 Chicago Motorcycle Accident Statistics for 2025. That page with the 75 different stats is going to attract loads of backlinks. People are going to be referencing that left and right. You're going to be getting links on autopilot. So again, that's a quick bonus for you guys. I hope you found this useful. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stick around for future videos.